Hello. How's it going? Right. Making sure I've got everything set up the way I need it. Because, you know what I'm like. Dead good. And all that shit. I should probably start on a just chatting screen. But we're here now. So, fuck it. Doesn't matter. Continue story mode. I may have came online earlier and got some of the collectibles to save us the bother of doing it on the stream, because it'll be boring, and you know, I can only be so entertaining. Look at all my tea. And you best believe this is full of tea. And I'm overjoyed. Right. Oh, that's handy. Right in front of her. Boom. See? I've been bizarre. Sorry, I'm sorting out my nose ring. I'm sure with this microphone's having my life, you know, 1 minute, like, according to my little bar thing. 1 minute, it's absolutely fine. The next minute, it's just not. And I'm quite quiet. And we all know that's a load of shit. So. Right, need 4 blue mushroom things, 2 yellow plants, 2 rats. Thrak, the map keeper. Let's go. Don't know why I almost attempted to sound Russian there. Failed, I'm aware. That's why I said almost attempted. Eddie. Hero landing. Fuck you up, yeah? Oh, maybe not. Now we'll. Damn! No, 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 yes. Right, where are you? How's your Friday?
Why do so many slaves beg for their lives?
Because they're fucking slaves, you daft twat. Sorry, that was probably a bit aggressive. I have a slight point though. Oh yeah, it's the pretty bitch. Let's go.
Blood and death and screaming! This is my domain!
He's like a fucked up Oogie Boogie, isn't he?
Not so tough, me!
Thrak.
Hates them. Injured by explosions. Ooh. Look at the cute baby in the cage. I know, look at the puppy. Sadly, I think the puppy may have to perish. How the fuck did he kill it that quick?
Did that satisfy you?
I will avenge the puppy. Fucking bastard. I will avenge the puppy!
Man swine! This is the last time we
Not
meet.
built
Todd.
different.
Even I'm losing my patience with you.
Yeah, we're built different. Defective. How's that, you big wibbly cunt? No, no. Stupid ass. Whoop back. Whoop. No.
Likely. Run!
No. Don't you dare. Who threw that? Yeah, you better run. The cheek. I'm out here doing a job. God. Right, next. Noruk the Proud. Well.
The ranger. At least we'll have a good fight soon.
Ranger. Oh, blue mushroom, blue mushroom. Let go. So what are you doing tonight then, my lovely?
I wonder how the hammer even got its name.
Oh, yellow one. Honestly, I will go in the direction I need to go. As soon as I've got this.
I'll have your head.
Should I help? I think he looks pretty fucking dead, to be honest. Kids have just got in bed, so now just chilling. Oh, very nice. Have you all have a good... Have you all had a good day? Excuse me. Thank you. If I shoot you, you die. God damn it. Anyway, moving on.
A slave's on the run! You're finished!
Can I interrogate? Oh, I can gain intel. Who am I gaining intel on? This motherfucker. Hogog ugly face. I mean... They're not wrong. Bored and restless with a lack of fighting. I'll get to your pet, don't you worry. Here for a good time, not for a long time. Hop. Right. Where's the thing I need to be at? Right there.
Plenty of new blades.
Cooey. Big summer blowout. I like this game a little bit too much, if I'm honest. I say that now. I know for a fact there's going to get to a bit where I'm like, fuck this game. Mind you, I didn't do it with Elden Ring. I also haven't done the very final boss in Elden Ring. It's the only one I've got left to do. The last boss. And I'm like, you know what? We're good. We're good. They are fantastic games. But yeah, so far. But however, now we have the problem. I say problem. I'm going to have to get the other one. Where the fuck are you going? Oh. Lord of the Rings Assassin's Creeds. DLC Daddy. DLC Daddy? Yes, DLC Daddy. It took us a second. I haven't fought DLC Daddy yet. I think Funky was saying she thinks these are really like Assassin's Creed. To be fair, I've never really put much into an Assassin's Creed game. I do want to. Can I shoot him in the head? No, I can't because my aim's off. I know. I do have them. Well, I've got one of them at least. I think I've got Black Flag and I've got Valhalla. So that's technically 2. I'm full of shit. I do intend to play them. Eventually. Yeah, get him, puppy! Fuck him up! Puppy's gonna fuck me up if I don't move. What you doing, buddy? Fuck it. Oh, you had to, didn't you? just as I was getting the shit. Motherfucker. Right, can we stop leapfrogging out of the way and actually thank you? That would be great. Right, so we've done that. Ooh! Boop! It's the little things in life that make you happy, isn't it? That's what she said. I don't like how you can't change, like, the arm that you shoot the ball with, so I could potentially see around this fucking bit. See, because now I've got to do absolutely nothing, because the Caragor's on it. Fair. Nope. Whee! Bad. Nothing to see here, puppy. Okay, so... have I done everything in this area? Yes. Except for that. Ugu. To Ugu. Ugu is this way. Puppy. Oh, he did. Oh, well, that was quick. I was not expecting it to be quite that speedy. Good puppy. I might shoot the puppy. Didn't shoot the puppy. Go do your thing. They grow up so fast. What colour did I need again? Blue mushrooms, yellow flowers. Never mind.
I was told a week ago that we was going to be marching north, and yet we're still here.
Well, that's because he lied,
Charge
innit?
should have his head on a spike.
Get...
You were.
oh, bye. That's not my puppy, but I'm gonna let it do its thing. Right, recruitment from Ugu Quartermaster. Let's go.
Get in line. I won't ask twice. Leave me alone.
Check first.
Ugu.
Vulnerable to combat finishers and mounted beasts. Well, I left my puppy. So, can I shoot him in the face? Yes, I can. That wasn't the one I was aiming for, but that's fine.
Time to die, coward.
Do you think I'm calling coward chaplain?
Manfine! How dare you interrupt me?
It's a bit rude.
Your blood will turn Mordor's background red.
Not unless it's really fucking bizarre blood. You're ruining my big show-off thing. Panda. Better. Ooh. Hates pain. It's unfortunate. Jesus. Right, I pressed triangle. Thank you. Right, okay, so this is how it's gonna be, is it? Whoops. Yay! You want some? Right, you have been pissing me off this entire fucking time. You'll do. Yeah, fuck you. I don't think I can actually enter. Oh, okay. Oh, they've been busy. Posh. Panda. Pop. Yes, I will say that every time. No, I can gain intel. Not if I do that. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Gain intel on that one. Dog. Anxious to strike an enemy at the moment of weakness. Boop, boop, yeah, boop. Hi, Ollie. How are you? How goes it? Pop. Good, I'm glad you boop. I need to get a plant. Hey Maxwell, thank you for the lure. And and you drink wine and you know things. Good. It's a very, very advisable position to be in. Wondering what a grog's heart tastes like. Well, they're meat eaters. So, it'd probably be quite irony. What do you think? That's what I think. Apparently, obviously I don't know this from personal experience, but apparently things that eat meat taste a lot more like pennies than herbivores. Makes sense. There's intel up here? Well, there's arrows up here, but I don't need them. Where's the intel? And if I didn't seem weird before, you're welcome. Who do we want intel on? Yes, know them ones. We'll go for that one then. Mr. Uglyface is a summoner, of course he is. Has a group of followers. Fabulous. Right. Blue mushroom, yellow plant. I should probably do that next. And then make my way to that one. Because it says, they have fallen, the black captains answered the challenge. We're not found none yet, so I'm assuming I'm going to clear out all this. Clear out all the as many of the leaders as I can. Captains. and see what's what, because there's nothing else on there to say where I should go yet. Unless I'm missing something really apparent. Probably the case. To boop or not to boop? That is the booption. I feel even that requires some serious thought. Booping is not something one should take lightly. Gonna boop them all. Well, in Dead by Daylight we do boop the snoot. And in pretty much any game that I have to hit something, I tend to boop the snoot. So yeah, fair. Yellow, not blue. Yellow. Boopymon. Would you rename the Pokemon to have Boop in their name? Like Boopachu?
I wish our captain was more like Scoot.
Bootlax? Would it be Booplax or Snorboop?
Free!
Boopachu or Peekaboo? Boop Boopachoo! Yeah. Says I need to kill 4 rats. Oh, I've managed to kill another rat. Champion. Snorboop. Yeah. See, my favourite's Eevee. So it'd be like Boopy.
Ranger!
Oh.
A pity my gang isn't here to witness me ending you.
Yeah, felt that.
Oh, you can't hurt me!
Think you find I can, and I will. Cause you're a bitch. Don't you dare.
Lord
Don't you dare.
himself will avenge my death.
No, he won't.
You will regret this.
No, I won't. Oh, shit. I wasn't paying attention. Now he's got his life back, motherfucker.
Oh, that won't work.
But this will.
The Ranger! You softskins pride yourself on mercy, don't you?
Shall be lurking a little.
Make it quick.
Okay. Kill. I appreciate the lurk. Boop. Avoid the puppy. Avoid the puppy. Oh, we want to go this way. Of course we want to go through the massive stronghold. Why would we want to go anywhere else? Mind you, there's this one before. So we'll do this one first and then go to the other one. Alright, yeet.
Want to sharpen your hunting skills? Go track a pack of dogs.
Hey, it's the Ranger!
Oh. Really? One kick to the face and he's done. One kick to the face. Too late. Oh well. Shame. Go, 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 go. go forwards. Boop for boop would be Evie. Boop for boop. I was going to say, he looks like a air captain, doesn't he?
Posh.
Posh. Bollocks. Posh can be shot in the head. I like this.
Ranger!
Yes.
How'd you get up there? Come down and fight!
PS skill. There will be an advert in 40 seconds for anyone that gets them.
He came out of the sky!
Yes, I did. And then I stabbed you in the head.
If it comes back, we'll kill it then.
Excuse me. Rude. Meow.
Ranger! I will not rest until your blood flows freely.
Here we go. Boop. Oh, that's a lot of fucking people.
Don't you move!
Oh dear. Right, so we're going to quickly disappear. Just for a hot minute. I'll find a plant. Oh, there's one over there. Come on. Just cut the plant. We do not have time for your tomfoolery.
Cowardly man-filth. He's run off.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Nice! Right. Bloody I saw something over there.
Fucking really? Really?
The tide has turned! Retreat and live to fight again!
What an absolute pile of crap. Where the fuck's he retreating to?
There, the car! Did you hear that?
Fucking bastard. You're just bloody rude, are you? Right, thank you. At least I got the bugger. Will you just do as I'm telling you?
You will only increase my standing.
Right, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna fuck them all up because that was naughty. It was my own fault, I got too cocky. Well done, Flack. God, there's so many people get promoted. finished? Right. I need to go and get that sword
What
thing
are
as
these
well. I got off
towers?
that captain. So, back this way.
Silver. They are lights to guide us in the land of shadow, where
Back
all
this
other
way.
lights may fail. Pale reflections of the light of the two trees.
Welcome back, anybody that had ads and stuck around. I appreciate it. Thank you. And if you didn't, I understand because ads suck. Right, let's have a look. Well, that was a dodgy angle, but it worked. So, there we go.
You can throw a slave's head in the air, and
Go on,
I'll
up,
just
up.
turn it into a pincushion before it even hits the ground.
Right. Then we go this way.
It's amazing they don't make me damn water. I get it. You're unhappy about Redman. Just slit his throat already.
I think this is normally like a stealth mission, isn't it? Turned into opportunities to reinforce his claim to power. Yeah, it's gonna be stealth. Brutalize the guard without setting off the alarm.
I ain't afraid of no category. Next one I see, I'm gonna learn to ride it. You should be afraid of them. Just one of them could tear you apart.
Tear you apart.
Can you believe that like a stand out? The only thing wretched out here is your complaint. The two of you, get back to work. If the boss sees you bickering, it's like...
Someone's killed him.
Oh, where have I gone? Where have I gone? That shouldn't work, really, in all fairness.
What was that noise?
Should we see if we can interrogate this one? Gain intel. Okay, so I want to know who that is. Feldouche, brawler. Wanting to see the Black Hand in the flesh. Same. Right. Need to do that. And for that I need to go up. So up we go. In a minute. Can we not do that, please? Thank you. Jesus. Hold your tongue. Slaves are executed for any insult, real or imagined, against their brutal taskmasters. Free them from this unfortunate fate. Panda Pup, hi G, how you doing? Kill Uruks while they investigate your attraction spot. Fair. Too far? Too far. One. Move. Oh.
Mate! I've eaten my fill.
Good. Where you
Mercy
been?
has
Anywhere
no
fun?
meaning for me. What's
Quick.
neck if you want to keep
Is that you, Ranger? Come meet up quickly. Thank you.
Ooh, very nice.
Sounds like a good fight. Maybe we'll get transferred.
Don't leave us!
Got it now. Wonder if it did.
Blue mushroom.
Thank you.
All the complaining round here, I should complain to the captain.
I killed the captain.
Them rumors about rights leaping from the sky onto the backs of bull are nothing but that. Filthy.
Psst. Ranger, help us.
Really, 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 really,
All
really.
together.
How the hell did that count? I mean, I'll take it, but I don't understand how that counted. Oh, that was loud. Well done.
One enemy remaining.
Spike now.
I see the spike.
Fedt. Sæt en mur foran.
Right here.
Du kan stadigvæk hoppe over min vej. Kom.
Did you win?
Go. On my way. Please tell me there's a lot of them.
Oh yeah, jumping. There was a lot of them. Yeah, fire.
Boom!
I like that.
Killed the last guy. He came from that ice wall you saw. Ooh, well done. Right. Do I need any more blue mushrooms? Yes, I do.
They're good at big right fights.
How do I get to this one? Oh, that way. I knew that. So you might be happy to know that you know that alert I was trying to sort out last night. The alert that was requested of me. I fixed it. Can I climb up this wall? Oh.
And it's one of us.
Right. So that's everything done in here now. Now we move on. Oh wait, nope, nope. Which way is this? This way. Ooh. Hello there. How you doing? Hang on. You got no clips? Oh my goodness. Gonna have to fix that. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm just putting my lurk on for Mr. Maxwell's stream. Because it's what we do. Right, oh, wait, no, I pressed the wrong button, I'm sorry. Learned new intel. Ranged attacks, yes. Oh, that's a bit loud. Else want some tea. That wasn't for ASMR, that was literally just to hide my fucking face. This entire thing is full of tea. Makes me happy. Right. Moving on. Whoop.
Wait! I smell something!
Yeah. There's... trying to think what the... hang on. I think that's it. Yeah, so that will give you a list of things you can do. I haven't got the list of the characters I have available yet. I haven't figured out how to do that because I'm not computer savvy. But I know if it's... I think it's random and it'll just change your character. I've got a couple of Dead by Daylight ones on there. Some Marvel ones. Sailor Moon. Totoro. Winnie the Pooh. Kermit the Frog. Kingdom Hearts. Final Fantasy. Yeah. But ta-da, have fun. You can attack each other. You can do bombs and all sorts. Right, him. Shaka. Realising he must instill more than fear in others, other Uruks, to gain a higher standing. Why did I say more than? Than isn't even there. Why brain put extra words where no extra words needed? I'm not going to open that door. Open it. Whoop. Rude. I'm just minding my own business and you're going to attack me? Damn. Harshness. Gain intel. No, yeah. Oh. Halfling lover. Range. Yes. Thanks. Great. Oh yeah, make my way at the sword thing. Nothing to see here.
Saw you reaching into the cage and wondered what you was doing. Just be
Yeet.
Ears open for new orders soon. Let's not be wasting any more time on this.
Oh, there it is. It's cool, isn't it? I think if you put exclamation mark mass, exclamation mark bomb.
Quartermaster's been branding the menfolk with a hard sleep again. Wonder what all that screaming was about.
Oh, who the fuck's that?
Shaka.
Shaka Khan. I'm not sorry. Did it do it? I don't have the screen up. It didn't? Oh, yeah. I'll have to fix that. In a minute.
You just made a big mistake.
Possible. Story of my life. Oh, panda. Yeah, bitch. No score. I do love when they can be damaged by range attacks. It just makes my life so much easier. Nope, maybe not. Nope, clog away. Yeah. Clog away. Right. What I'm gonna quickly do is... Yosti! Hello, how are you?
Oh shit, it's your, well, did the maestro fix anything with your internet, or is it still crap? God damn it, I just wanted to get out of the goddamn door.
I'm better now your vocal tone's bit in my ears. I am good, thank you. Raining bombs, you get a bomb! Everyone gets a bomb! Oh, I've got to be careful. Hang on. I should maybe reword that. I'm glad you are good, though. Thank you. I am glad you are also good. How was your Friday going? Bella, it's not time. Do you need to go? Oh. I do believe Bella needs to go out. So if you would be so kind as to bear with me while I go on a break screen and let out the dog. Because I'd rather not have her pee on the carpet, if I'm honest. I will not leave you unentertained. Hopefully. Let's have a look. Right. I will be right back, my dears. I apologise. 2 minutes. Hi. Thank you for waiting. I appreciate you greatly. So does Bella. Right. I don't know what that game is, but well done, Yosti. Congratulations on your win. Oh no. I may have picked up some of the leftover candy from Halloween. You can't have any. It doesn't matter how much you lick your lips, you still can't have any. Mine. Right. Hang on. As we were. Oh yeah, absolutely surrounded. Boop. They have none left. Damn. Is there someone above me?
That ranger knows we're too tough for him.
Oh.
Spotted him! After him!
Panda. Oh, he's got some strength in him. Normally only takes 2 lots of that. Right, what have I got to do here? Oh, survive. I'll try. I promise nothing.
Get behind him! Hit him from the side!
Oh no! Oh, okay, yeah.
Hold it right there!
Nope, nope, nope. Ah, no, 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 no. Should saw that coming. Oh no. Thank you.
Don't you move!
Oh shit. Right, can I run up the side briefly and not die? Oh no, I can't. Bollocks. I'll start again, it's fine. I did a bad.
Stay there!
Should be able to go and start again though, shouldn't I? Yes. So you can't leave at all. Bugger. You want a sweetie? They're good. You're not a very good puppy, are you? Yeah. Oh, now we know this. Okay. Right. Now here's the thing. Will I start with full health again? I wonder. Not sure I will. Not sure I will. I can hope. If I don't, fuck no. Oh, I do. Good. Okay. Right, they're the ones that causes a lot of fucking problems. Them and the shields. Fuck. That was so close. It's them fuckers with the shields do my tits in. That is a good death. Stop fucking moving. Are you absolutely tapped, mate? Stop fucking moving, he says. Yeah, I ain't bother. Oh, shit. Right. Going for you, you cunt. Shit. Fuck. Whoa. Right, that's better. it is. Oh, I was too late. This
Promotion,
time.
here I come.
Fuck off, you. I'll do it. It's them buggers that throw the spikes. I like how all these are getting bigger, but Ratbag's not getting any stronger, is he? No. Okay. I don't think I've learned how to brand yet.
What is this?
No, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Right, upgrades. I've got 1 upgrade point. So what's this? That would be helpful. Oh, we still have another one. Fabulous. No. I keep forgetting we can do that, you know. So we've got more focus, more health. More health would probably be helpful. Right. So we've maxed out the sword now. What's the last one we want to put on here? Don't know how to use that, so it's a bit pointless. What's this one? Chance to reduce the melee damage received. If they've got a health one, that'd be great. %21% chance to recover +5 health on any kill. That might be handy. Just in case, I'll see if there's any others that would be handy. On each critical strike. Okay. Flurry kill. When hitting it from behind. Oh, 73% chance to recover full health when hit streak reaches 30. I don't know how often I got to a hit streak of 30. I'm going to try that one instead. Right.
Source.
Oh, I like how it's popped us up here. Fine. Oh. That might be a task. I'll try this one first, and then go back to that
This
one. I
power
will
to
beat
enter
that
their
one.
minds. It is not natural.
It is the power to sow terror among the servants of our enemy. It is the power.
I feel like I'm missing something I'm meant to do right now, like to progress the story. because I've got no main missions here. There's this, where it says, you know, the Black Captain. I'm going to go have a look just in case, because if I've been waiting around for something to pop up when I have in fact just needed to do this. It wouldn't even surprise us if that was the case, you know. Oh, there's a yellow plant there too. I'm past the yellow plant. Fabulous. I knew that. Yellow plant. No. Right. I've been waiting this entire time for a new thing to pop up. And it's been right there. Of course it's been right there. God damn it.
Hold, brother. He wants the Grave Walker. The Black Hand has come. One of his minions. He was sent here to hunt us down.
Oh dear.
Let me gather my men. The servants of Sauron are foes beyond any of you. Get your people out of Mordor tonight, or you'll all be dead by dawn.
That's the spirit.
There is a hidden tunnel to the Black Gate. Aaron, it's time. Goodbye, my friend.
Sorry, I've just realised that my jaw clicking is getting picked up by the microphone, so no more sweets. Oh, I'm not going to enjoy this. Hello.
So the local war chiefs did nothing to prevent this sacrilege?
They all perished in battle, my lord. All except me. War Chief Ratbag.
Fortunately, you are still alive.
Saw that coming, yeah.
Bring me the head of this Grave Walker.
Claim the head yourself.
The ranger from the
This
Black
is gonna be
Gate.
so bad.
Where was your bravery when we bled your wife and gutted your son? Kill him!
Damn.
Back to Earth, Grave Walker!
Oh my goodness. What the fuck?
You're done.
Fuck.
Can learn the art of the kill.
So he can be hit. Okay. Whoop. Oh, that hurt. No, not on them. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god. Jesus. If you can stop swinging your hammer, that would be great.
Ranger, time to die!
Not the one I wanted to use it on. Too late.
Now I
Excuse me.
Your time is not now.
Jesus. Is there a plant anywhere? Fucking. Oh. I didn't know that's something I could do.
To work, swine! Back to work!
Fuck, wrong one.
I teach you what real pain is!
Right, can we, thanks.
Now you may deal the death blow and prove your worth, pig filth! The Dark Lord will rule! I will teach you what real pain is!
Yes, I believe you will, because I'm probably going to die.
Is this your best, Grave Walker?
Well, that was the wrong one. Oh dear.
You rose from the grave, but now you will meet eternal death. Is this your best, Grave Walker?
Stop picking on us.
Step back and learn the art of the kill.
Any plants? Ooh, ooh, plant.
Not now. Break his arm!
This is the end.
Back to Earth, Grave Walker!
All together!
Now I flip the pin. My word! Ranger, time to die!
Got him!
Shit. Shit. Shit.
Finish him, you
Will you
useless
fucking hit the read button, you damn bint?
Your time is not now. Ranger, time to die.
Woo! Plant, 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 plant.
The Dark Lord will rule.
Chop him from behind!
Ah, fudge.
I will teach you what real pain is. Back to Earth, Grave Walker.
Nope. Nope.
How does your vengeance taste, Talion?
Pretty good.
Is not the darkness sweet?
I feel like I answered incorrectly. Victory! Victory tea!
You acted too hastily. There's much we could have learned.
Shut up.
He slaughtered my entire family before my very eyes. What would you have done?
Do you speak with the living? Or only with the dead?
There is an ad break coming up in 50 seconds.
My name is Lothario, from the Sea of Nurnen. My mother said you would be here. And here you are.
Here I am.
Well, Lothario from the Sea of Nurnen. You should have stayed where you were. There's nothing here but death.
Lady Marwyn, Queen of the Shore, wishes an audience with you. She has seen visions of your misfortune.
20 seconds.
A queen who sees visions.
Visions of the return of the great Celebrimbor. She wishes to
10
make
second
him an offer.
warning for ads.
And what is this offering?
See you soon.
That is all I know. I must gather provisions. The return to Nurnen is long and treacherous. My camp is close by. It will be my honor to escort you.
Yay!
We have defeated the Hammer of Sauron, but the Black Hand
Sorry.
and the Tower remain.
And their master.
Yep. So what, there are no orc here anymore? Oh, yeah, there are. I was gonna say.
In the next, he was gone.
Actually, who is that? Tugog. Lovely. Strong jawline. Bandicoot. Oh, so is he dead now? Oh. Shame. Right, so we know his strengths, we know his, we know that one, we know that one, we know that one, and that one. Okay. Well, if that one's linked to that one. Booth, the unclean. Lovely.
The boss told me to hurry up torturing a couple of souls. And made him bleed out.
Ooh, kill with strikes from above, eh?
Seen dead catagors that could work harder than these menfolk. Why bother even working them? May as well just eat them and be done. What? Did you hear that?
Come on.
I don't like the sound of that.
Boop. Welcome back from the ads. I appreciate you sticking with me. Right.
It reeks of menfolk round here. Tell me about it. Only smells worse.
Right, so the one death from above is a bonus.
I can survive anything, including the Grey Walker coming out.
Does it count? Nope. Did not count. Okay. Lesson learned.
bit of stew with real meat in it. I wonder where it came from.
You don't want to know. Don't even think about it.
I mean, it's probably sound advice, really. You're in an orc camp. You do not want to think about where they got the meat. Zelda! Hello, how are you?
What's with all these supplies? I don't know and I don't care. Just here to guard them, not learn the life story.
Hello. How are you doing? How's everything going? I'm amazed that's going to stay a stealth kill. Jesus Christ. Thank you, darling. I am. I'm not doing too bad. Can't complain. You doing okay? Haha. Very good. Very good. The game is good. I'm enjoying it. I did spend at least the last half hour being like, when's there a new objective gonna pop up? Not realising it was at the top of the map the entire time. But that's fine. We're not here for good gameplay. We say that every time. But it's good. I'm enjoying it. Whee!
I've never...
What's this? Outcast. That's really handy. Guessing you had a long day. I didn't get a lot of rest last night because I wish it was for a good reason. But sitting in this chair absolutely destroys me back. So I'll be having the same issue tonight. But that's okay. I'll make up for it. Sunday, I'm definitely doing the 12-hour on the sofa. Because I choose life.
You're always hearing things.
It's okay. I know it's something that's going to happen, you know what I mean? Like, I know when I stream, this is a possibility. Well, a probability. It's not even a possibility. It's going to happen. That is life, my dear. And you are all worth the pain.
Good that we killed it. You filthy faggot.
Right, so what is this outcast? Ah. Okay. Who are you? Never mind, doesn't matter, not important. Fucking suck it, bitch.
Save my friends. They make us tend the caragors. We're either beaten or devoured. Thank you, Ranger.
I know. It was like, who are you? Dead. Never mind. That was too easy. He's meant to be a captain as well. Psh. Puny god. Oh. I'm sorry, puppies. It's for the greater good. Forgive me. Yep, forgive me. Over there, though. No, there hasn't. Shut up. Right, where's this flower? There it is. So, ooh. Right. I need one more blue mushroom. Aha, up there. Okay. We do this bit first, though. So I missed Harry Potter World on Wednesday because work called a meeting. Oh! You can take the baby. You can even make a big thing of it and, like, baby can pick out what house they're going to be in before they go. You set out 4 cuddly toys in front of them and let them pick their favourite one, and that is their chosen house. Unless you already have a house decided. I'm sorry you missed Harry Potter World, though. That's terrible. Sorting out a newborn. Yeah. What better way to raise them in the ways of their house than when they are freshly sprouted? Freshly sprouted, that's terrible. I know. I've not been able to go to Harry Potter World yet either. I was going to go this year, but I'm going to try and go next year. Hopefully. And when I first had my accident, I'd bought, you know, when Ed Sheeran was doing his touring around here. Like up north way. And every time his tickets went on sale within 30 seconds, they were gone. I'd managed to get 3. And I was so excited. I'd been so excited. I'd been waiting for this concert for absolutely ages. I think the concert was in March, April, we'll say. I had my accident February 8th. Raging. Absolutely raging. Actually, no, I tell a lie. The concert was a week before I had my surgery. In June. I was fucking livid. I mean, it can't be helped. Shit happens, as you say. But yeah. Yeah. Either that man's surrounded by flies or something near him is, and it needs to stop. I just need to get a car, and then I'll be able to, like, go to Harry Potter World. Enjoy myself. Now I feel like a whiny bitch complaining. Don't be silly. It's a perfectly valid reason to complain.
Stop this lane! Please, wait. I smell something.
Ooh, that's a biggie, isn't it? I think that's a biggie. I'm going the totally wrong way. Let's just leave the big thing alone anyway.
Forget your axes and swords. If I see the ranger coming, I'll kill him with my crossbow before he even gets close.
Yep. He showed me. Did you see the Universal Florida Harry Potter shit? No, I don't think so. Do tell.
Please, let me have some of your bread.
No, get your own. I need this to last the rest of the week.
Having each other's backs and all that. They got like a diagonal, like, that'd be so cool. Oh, like Universal Studios. Yeah, I do want to go there. The only problem is, like, I'm not setting foot near the US for the next 4 years, at least.
The boss should end their worrying by slashing their throats.
Ooh. Starting this mission will take you to a new area. You can return anytime, fast travel, that's fine. New area. Prepare to accompany what's her face deep behind enemy lines into the heart of Mordor. Ooh, field trip. Oh, I can't.
The smell of fresh meat always attracts the scavengers.
And they tend to travel in packs.
Yeah,
Should
there's a
be-
lot of bad stuff going on there at the minute.
Queen will be pleased to
Like
see
one of the new things on social media, which seems to be a trending hashtag right now, is your body, my choice. And there's been lots of people, I mean, I know they're just trolls, but lots of individuals posting how some of the females are saying that they're going to do that 4B thing, which is just basically not go anywhere near blokes anymore. And they're retaliating by going, that's fine, we will just grape if we need to. So it's like, I'm aware that you're probably trolls, but I'm just stay out of it, just avoid for now, you know. It's only 4 years, it'll fly over.
Lady Marwen, Queen of the Shore.
Oh, wow.
A fallen ranger from the Black Gate. Come close.
Indeedy.
Your daughter claims you have something for me.
I mean, things are bad enough over
Not for
here
you,
without, like, you know,
Talion.
going over where it's freshly heightened right now.
The hour grows late. Very soon, the Dark Lord and his army will march.
Her eyes are really,
over Mordor.
nice.
But a great power can be
I did enjoy
awakened
being
to
there.
prevent it.
Is that why I'm here?
Right?
Breach
So expensive.
into Morgoth's Scar.
And their portion sizes on their food.
The elven craftwork from the ghouls. And find the dwarf.
No problem.
Stay strong, Mother.
I think your mother's like one sniff away from being a fucking zombie, love.
What is your mother's affliction?
No one knows. She worsened after her travels.
Is there not medicine?
There was, but our camp was overrun.
We cannot return to Gondor. A nobleman never forgets a debt.
There are other places in Middle-earth we can go. Perhaps Rohan.
We could go north. Esgaroth. Use a different name. Start anew.
I would love that, my heart.
I need to find the way to Morgoth's Scar. There's a good chance we can pick up the ghoul's trail at that ransacked caravan we passed earlier by the ravine.
So we're now inside the Black Gate. Kill 8 ghouls. Where's my first tower? Be free, little people, be free. Okay.
These Eldar towers ascend from beyond the past.
Cool. So we've got more collectibles. I'll do the collectibles offline, don't worry. If they happen to be like right next to us while I'm traveling somewhere, I'll get them on the way, but I understand. Oh, what? Okay. I mean, it does make sense. We have a whole new... Why is he connected to him? Huh. It does make sense that there's a whole new army behind, but... Oh my goodness, they have green in here? Like...
How does the Queen know of your past?
Ancient knowledge lays unseen by all but spirits. She can see into both worlds.
Ow, ow.
Then perhaps
Guess
she
who's
will
back?
lead us to what we seek.
Welcome back. Ow, that hurt. Shouldn't have done that. Oh no, I'm clicking shit. Woo. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Nah. Right.
Nature thrives in Nern. I never thought I'd see such life in Mordor.
This is how the Dark Lord shall feed his archers.
Need some intel. Who are you? Thrakak. No? Thakrak. Wow, was that difficult to say? I do not understand why. This game actually looks pretty dope. Yeah! I'm really enjoying it. I've not been in this bit before at all. Hasn't had a fight in 3 days. That's 3 too many. Fair. Oh. I am enjoying this game though. It's really good. Right, so there's 2 collectibles right in front of us on my way over there. That's a bigger drop than I anticipated. No.
Her eyes were able to see your true form.
She wants the maker of the Rings of Power to awaken.
How come you are not a dwarf now? It's a different game. So we have no. Well, this is Shadow of Moria. Is that what it's called? No, Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Moria. And the other game we play is Return to Moria. Both Lord of the Rings though, so yeah.
By the white waters of the river Unweed.
Not that we're big Lord of the Rings fans here or anything, no, not at all. I will get that cave troll fucking Funko Pop, swear to God. I've got me me Balrog over there. Durin's Bane. But I need the cave troll. I need it in my life.
Unseen spirits of Valinor, hear my prayer, and grant great power new to the shore's queen.
Yeah, everybody should get the cave troll because then you can be like, I have a cave troll. Why would you not want to do that?
These tribesmen are desperate. They will do anything to resist the Uruks.
I fear Lithariel will never surrender. Her honor will do
I just
no more.
googled it. Looks pretty cool. I haven't actually seen it yet because every time I've went to go and fucking get one or look into getting one, it's sold out. I will get one though. By hook or by crook.
Nani here, Gelar Mordor.
Yeah, Bet. Me too. Right, so we're going... Oh, have we stopped tracking? That's it. They said they wanted us to go somewhere.
Spotted the filthy talk.
Yeah, okay, fine. As long as I leave one of them alive, I can interrogate. One down.
You can't kill us.
Interrogate. My brother is huge into Funkos. Never really got into them, but definitely see the appeal. I say that I collect them. I don't collect them the way that other people do. Like, I unbox them and everything. I don't give a shit about collectability and blah 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 blah. Hats off to anyone that does. I'm just terrible. But they are adorable and I do quite like them. Yeah, man, this character like kicks the shit out of things. It's fucking awesome. We're running out of power. Oh, that's not safe. I'll choke myself in a wire. Right. Anyway. But yeah, he's like... He kicks the shit out of things. Even with me on the controller, which is impressive. Can you imagine if it was like somebody that actually didn't hit the wrong buttons every 5 seconds? Damn! Where is it? Is it up? Must be up. Yep, there it is. Ooh.
Who's this?
Thank you, darling. I don't think I'm completely horrific, but I do hit the wrong buttons way too much.
The boys laid into him a bit. More than a bit. He dead? Nah. The boys know the big man powerful living and wants to earn. His sack of dong might know where his thief pals are hiding. Strip him down. Take the ring too, and give it to the boss. He likes that stuff when he wakes up.
Frolam's ring. I don't know who Frolam is. We may find out. Right, well those yellow ones aren't going to be the same, are they? And I don't need them
Is
anyway.
there nothing these Uruk will not desecrate?
No.
For them, beauty exists only to be destroyed.
Right, so we're going over there. Is there anyone near that fire? No, of course there's not. Ah, I can't blow people up with that fire because that would be fun. God damn it. No, don't start that again. Is that a person? No, it's just something randomly there. Okay. Superhero landing! So have you got much going on tonight then, Zelda?
Give me one good shot, because one good shot is all I need. You need a sharp common sense. I've seen you training. You can't hit Shrock, no matter how many shots you get. Someone sneaking about.
Not much. That's fair.
You filthy Shrock!
Boop. Oh, Oh shit, he turned around. Tell me all your secrets. I hate those ones. Silver! Hello, how are you? How are you doing? One second. Do 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 do. Oh no! I just dropped my controller.
Bro, we made this. Wait till you see the final one. Oh, I forgot about that. You better not have saved that. Ain't no way, move. I'm mad he saved it. Yo, how? Quack, I know you saw him just save that. Somebody clip. Yo, can you clip? Somebody clip that. Somebody clip.
I do like to just pop in randomly. It was nice to see you too. Haven't been able to join you in a while. I'm glad you're not too bad either. Hope the family's keeping well. Right.
Thank goodness.
Do you? That's awesome. Right. Anything else? Whatever's down. Yeah.
So many dead Uruks.
Ooh.
I must thank the ghouls before I slaughter them.
Ghouls are scavengers. They take
That's
all,
awesome.
but leave one thing behind.
I must
Why
locate the
won't
ghouls'
you just
tracks.
climb up there? In the first one, I did 100 tracks in 10 days. Jeebus! I bet that kept you busy. Crikey.
There's our trail.
A road, a new foundation.
It's me from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. Not wrong with that. Right. Why on earth we want to follow ghouls? Of all the things you could blink and follow. Oh! Didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. I keep forgetting you can do that though. Boop! Anyway. Ghoul tracks stop there. Really?
Look to the skies when you're on patrol, just in case the great...
Oh. Da, 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 da. Oh, I've done it.
Who's good at hurling spears and had a line parade against the glory.
Done it now. Speaking of building, I got some groovy ones coming that literally just popping up in my head right now. Ooh. I look forward to potentially seeing those. That'll be cool.
What we need is a bit of pit fun.
Right, they went over there and over there. Okay. Because I do not want them caragors to be bothering me. No, thank you. Inspired by Lord of the Rings. That'd be so. Ooh!
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm.
Stay calm. Stay calm. I'll try to stay calm. I promise nothing though. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. 1 second. I'll swap over to say hi properly. Hi. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. How was your stream? How'd everything go? Did everybody have a good time? Hang on. I'll get to it. Gotta try and be all like streamery and stuff.
Hello there.
Hello.
I knew. I always come prepared. I always come prepared.
Oh no. I mean, it doesn't surprise us everyone enjoyed your misery in the nicest way possible because we live on that stuff, in all fairness. It's the life force. That's an old clip as well. I thought it looked like it would have been an older one. I don't know what on earth this jump game business is, but congratulations, you won 5 from the jump catch game. I will eventually figure out what that is. I love that username. Chappelle Ron says I'm gay. Is it Chappelle or Chappelle? One of them. But I still love the username. It's absolutely fantastic. So did everybody have a good stream? Did everybody have a good time? How's it all going? I will get back onto this game, honestly. I'm just trying to be all like, hi. We ended up with a game from 1999. Oh, well, it was fantastic then. Guaranteed. That's like my era. God, I feel old now. I haven't even said hello. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Panda Pop. I have the attention span of Doug from Up. We play RPGs, not very well, but that's kind of why you watch, because I'm crap and it's awesome. I very much need to get some food, but I'll be lurking. Have a great stream, everyone. Thank you very much. You go do what you need to do. If anybody else needs to do and you have to stream stuff, obviously go ahead, have fun and all that jazz. Thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate greatly. Thank you for trusting me with the community and all that jazz. Let's get back on to me getting my arse kicked. Do. Oh, no thank you. Where did you come from? I'm not ashamed of that song. It's just not the playlist that I had on. Anyway, so I've just realised the name in the top corner that we're meant to be looking for. Let's see. So we've just made it into the middle. We're following ghoul tracks right now. Trying not to get eaten by puppies. They did not get the memo about not being eaten by puppies. Shame. Right. Oh shit, there's a bad puppy. What you doing? Gonna say, can I not jump on this one? Right. Whoop-a. My puppy. Goodbye. Right. Following tracks. Pick up the plant, because now I've hurt myself. This is my first playthrough on this. I know, a bit late to the party, but kind of my thing as well. Don't stand up, I won't be able to do anything. Oh. I thought I'd just press strike and not kill. Did you just tame it? Yeah. Tame them. It's a thing you can do. I don't know how many you can have though. I've never actually tried to see how many the maximum amount is. Which I'm surprised at. Because it gives me the opportunity to have pets. I will do that at some point. Now I've made myself aware. Right. I made a whoopsie. Okay, fine. Oh, never mind. Whoopsie. Whoopsie fixed. Possibly. Whoopsie maybe not fixed. Nope, whoopsie fixed. It's good. We're cool.
This hollow bleeds with death. And this must be Morgoth's scar.
Ooh, spider. Is that blue mushroom? Oh, yes. Oh, this looks lovely.
Night crawlers.
I love what they've done with the place. Especially the spooders. Right, come on. Where's the mushroom? Give me the mushroom. There it is. Earth bread. Oh, that's a lot of fucking puppies. Oh, I swear a lot as well, sorry. Oh, not puppies. Okay.
In the belly of the beast, stealth is my best weapon.
Okay. If stealth is the best weapon, we're gonna die. Because I attempt stealth, and I'll even give it the whole dun, 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 and then I die anyway. And I don't want to waste my arrows. Without triggering the ghouls. Oh, so I can't. I was literally just about to go in and, like, Leroy. But, apparently that's not allowed. That will result in a fail. Slightly clumsy. That's a nice way of putting it, yes. That's a very nice way of putting it. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do this in real life anyway. The spinal damage would never allow me. Ooh, arrows. Shh. Don't see me. Nope, don't see me. That would have been the complete opposite of not seeing me. Oh, for the love of God, shut up.
Ghouls fear fire as much as light.
Ooh,
Those flames might prove useful if we are overwhelmed.
Oh, so don't use them right now. Okay, fine. Dun, 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 dun. They're gonna see me if I run that way, aren't they? Feel like I've got no choice but to run that way, though. Ooh. Fuck. Bollocks. My goodness, it's so tense. Fuck, shit, balls. Ah. So nothing. Shut up. Quiet.
Another attack, and this cave will become my tomb.
You fixed it. Oh, shit. Yay! Sorry.
A treasure room. Your heirloom must be here.
I have a proper cuppa. Yorkshire tea. How do you like it? Please tell me you didn't make it in a microwave. I'm now concerned. You did not. Oh, thank God for that. Good. Good, good, good. Why isn't the button working? I have a glass kettle on a stove. Ooh, posh bastard.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It feels so good. Forgive me, my...
Is that your reaction to the tea, too? Thank goodness. Right, were you concerned that it was going to be a microwaved cup of tea as well? Oh. Smells like Lipton tea. How do you have your tea? Milk and sugar? Just straight up, no milk. Fancy schmanciness. Some honey. I take it black. That is fair. I do not like that fact. I do not like the fact that there is so many arrows available in this room. And a health mushroom at the door. I might be Norwegian, but I have learned how to make a proper cuppa good. Good. It's what we like. Should I be Tiffy or a Miffy? The fuck is a Tiffy or a Miffy? I'm confused. I know it's not that difficult. The fuck's a Tiffy or a Miffy? Some British lady said if you put milk first or tea first, it makes you one or the other. Oh, well, if you put milk first, it makes you a heathen and wrong. If you put tea first, you're fine. There's no Tiffy or Miffy. There's just make a fuck cup of tea or don't make a fuck cup of tea. How are they meant to brew if you've already gagged them with milk? No, that... You know what I mean? Oh, and there's 2 fires in here. Oh, as soon as I set foot in there, we are fucked. Okay. Let's go. Gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. She was pouring from an actual teapot. I still wouldn't put milk first, even if you've already got the pre-brewed tea. At least you have the pre-brewed tea. Why do you want me to come over here to die? Now you get the arrows. Yeah, but the problem is, with there being that many and 2 fires, we are blatantly going to get swarmed.
I'm still covered in my family's blood.
I mean, Celebrimbo, we know what happened. You were a silly sausage. I like the tea. I can see why people don't like it. I'm not a massive fan of black tea. I do prefer to put some milk in it. Never first.
We are betrayed. Its power blazes.
Screaming
like
is a bad
beacon.
idea, just to point that
It will
out.
bring ruin to all Middle Earth.
Oh, is that... Was that Galadriel? I fucking told you, didn't I? Oh, fuck off.
Gondor! What is that creature?
I mean, at least it's not a swarm. It's definitely a harsh flavour. Yeah. I do prefer it with milk in it. I'll have it black if I have to, but... Speaking of... My tea. Because I'm about to die. Yay, tea buddies! Okay. They will strike back when you attack, so dodge quickly. Fuck. Okay. Are you ready to see me die? Let's go. I'm flying without wings.
They will keep coming, till only our bones remain.
Nope, hit the fire. What are you doing? Being a dick, that's what you're doing. Shut the front door.
The storm is past.
Fear me! Oh, get out.
We must escape this darkness.
Sorry. Excuse me, coming
Those fires
through.
will stop them.
Nope, not an option. Okay, great. Oh my god, they barf at me. It's disgusting. Don't mind me.
The entrance is nigh, and so is our end if we don't reach it in time.
I'm moving. I don't know where they are. I know he said screaming wasn't the best idea, but like, what's happening? Run, Rudolph. Don't mind me. Who the fuck is that?
Ranger, take cover!
Oh. Cover? Yay! Most people would smoke one last cigarette. The Brits have one last cuppa. Well, it's not like we can have one last...
Pity to end your military career inside the belly of a ghoul, eh? I'm Torvin, the Beast Hunter. And I bet 10 pints you just nabbed the treasure I was after.
Now, I am grateful for the assistance, but it does not grant you proprietary rights.
Keep it! I just found something a lot more valuable.
And what would that be?
A dwarf.
A new hunting partner.
What you want does
Yes,
not interest me.
one of those.
Even if it leads you to the chisel that belongs with that hammer. Every creature's got its lure. Yours just happens
You
to
are
be,
welcome. I mean, to be fair, of all the things that we say in this chat, I think that should
If
just
the
be...
thrill of the
yeah.
hunt takes your fancy, the camp's not far.
Dwarves!
Find the dwarf.
Yay! Sword put a video on of how to make it proper. So I'll be getting milk and sugar in the next one. Ooh, yeah. I can see Sword making a good cup of mind.
What of your vision, Celebrimbor?
I used all that he had taught me and forged the three in secret. Water, air, and fire.
Zippity-doo-dah. Right, so now where do we go? Technically up here. I feel like she would be the best grandmother to go and visit for a cuppa. Yeah. Does honey belong in tea? I like honey in tea. I am partial to a bit of honey. I prefer it in Earl Grey because I feel like the honey mixed with the floral tea is just like chef's kiss. I see YouTube videos of Americans making a cup of tea and it's painful. That's why my immediate reaction was, please tell me you didn't use a microwave. So that's the main quest. But we're not very far from this tower, so I'm going to get the tower first. And then I'll go there. Yeah? Yeah, Earl Grey honey is good. What about you? Would you prefer me to call you Nor or Med? For a start. And what is your opinion? What's anyone's opinion? Do you think honey should be in tea? I do like honey in tea. I also need a proper British mug with the Queen on it. I mean, if you want. I don't know anyone that uses a mug with a Queen on it. But that's just because I don't know many old people. got to keep that tea bag moving. A minute. Stir that tea bag so you don't get all the residue and oily shit on the top of the cup. I'll leave the tea bag in so it gets stronger as I drink it. I can already practically hear a bunch of people in chat being like, ugh, but I do. I know several British musicians and they all swear to honey and a twist of lemon in their Earl Grey. I know a lot of people that do like a twist of lemon in their Earl Grey. I do not like lemon in tea. I don't like lemon in ginger tea. I've been known to put slices of ginger and honey in my normal tea, or sometimes Earl Grey, but not so much ginger for the Earl Grey. But I'm just not a lemon fan. It's a bit too tart. I'll leave the bag in too. Yeah. I mean, I'd leave the bag in a teapot, so I'd just leave it in the teacup. They are. If you put local honey in your tea, like locally sourced honey, it'll help with your hay fever as well. So, can I get up there? Of course I can. Because I am the monkey man. Climbing everything. Spider-Man would have been a better option. The lemon and honey does wonders for the vocal cords. I can believe that, yeah. That just shows your northernness. Well, I don't mind showing my northernness. If that's one way of showing it, there are worse ways to show my northernness. Nope, can't go that way. That way is a cliff.
Don't worry, you flog. Grey Walker don't want you. He's just after the war chiefs.
Do you put the tea bag on the washing line for the next cup? I'm not that bloody northern. I'm not that poor. But no, if you've left the tea bag in the teacup for the entirety of the tea, then it will disintegrate when you're done. I used to reuse coffee grounds when I was super poor. I don't think I've ever actually reused a tea bag. The only time I've ever reused a tea bag is for arts and crafts purposes. So after I've had a cup of tea, I then use the tea bag to stain something. Do you what? Poor? Sorry, poor. Melt. Oh. Pigug. Yep. Because he's pig ugly. I'll see myself up. Right. Ooh. We need one of them. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's up there, isn't it? Just so people know, we do have an ad break starting in 1 minute. Ah, there it is. I wonder if he gets messed up in the rain with his brain showing. I mean, he does have slight protection. I'm not even convinced that's his brain. In all fairness. I mean, does that look like the face of someone that has a brain? It isn't anyone else's brain. It could be. You never know. That could be his hat. His hair does part ways. He's been picking his nose too much. Just a bit. The only other time I've seen a nose like that is when they've been a bit too much.
A well-trained hunter makes a perfect killing machine.
Oh, I meant to go that way. Stupid. Whoa. Is there a fire there? No. I mean, 3 of you for 1. I think that's a bit excessive. With a knife, apparently. Yep, that's exactly what he's been picking his nose with. Right, can they give me intel? They can. Look at the mutton chops on that. Lugnak. Motive. Ordering a captain to hunt down some more caragors for his collection. I think he was one of the founding fathers of America. Yes, I agree. Maybe it's just the mutton chops. I mean, they were some chops, mind. They were some chops. What other colour do I need? Oh, red flower. No.
Day or night, there's always something worth killing. So don't get lazy. Do you hear that?
Boop. Oh, hello. That's a captain.
On the ground, maggot. Maggot swine. They say you're a hard man.
Oh, you're pretty, aren't you?
I say they're full of
Douche
slop.
the disgusting. Yes, he is. Grab him. No. Oh, just fucking grab him. Jesus. Exactly. No time for your bullshit. You know who your friends are. Why does he have 2 bodyguards? Fuck's sake. Nice. Thinking about the last orc killed by the Black Captain's anger. Okay. I suppose it's possibly a wise thing to think of. Had a pop. Where you going? Oh. Thought I made a friend. Right. Ah, there's the tower. Okay, so we need to make our way all the way over there. Oh, of course, it's right outside of that. Fucking wunderbar. Right. Yup. Yeet. Yeet. Grab him. Tars. You know when your mum tells you about that rock band she loved back in her day and that the lead singer was so attractive and and you look them up on Google and they look like that now. Just saying. Or is it just my mum that happens with? It's alright, karma will get us one day. I'll do that and my nephews or nieces will have the exact same reaction. They'll be like, yeah, I bet he was dreamy. Sorry, ads, not a problem. Thank you for sticking around through the ads though. I appreciate that greatly. Tars the knife. That was me popping his fucking head. That's what that was. Oh, shit. Well, that's right. Panda pop. I'm shattered. Calling it. Have fun, everyone. Good luck, Panda. Hope your back is okay. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you popping in. It was lovely to see you, and I hope you sleep well. Thank you. Bye. Right. Did we need a red flower? We did, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Red flower. On the way to the doodad. Are you the red flower? Yes, you are. I also need health, so double whammy. Woohoo. Don't know what that face was about. Great. Up.
They call him the Master, or the Dark Lord. That's all I know.
I am in your debt.
Ranger, you have to help. My brother was speaking ill of the Dark Lord. It made the slaver furious.
OMG! How you doing?
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
I'll try.
Calm down!
I'll get on top of this tower and then I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Hi, Nikki. How you doing? Right, we will hammer this. Ta-da! We will swap to here. Indeed. How's everybody doing? How was your stream? I'm gonna have to turn my phone off now because I'll have me on there and I don't want to hear that shit. Thank you very much for the resub. I appreciate you greatly. But how was it? How did it go? How dare you not work? What on earth is this jump catch thing? Congratulations on winning it though. I don't know what it is. Look, Maxwell, I got new characters. We have finished Silent Hill. Fuck yeah, what ending did you get? Because I know there's like 8? I've only seen 1. So what ending did you get? Potential spoiler alert. Wow, potential brain aneurysm. I think I got the bad ending. Oh. You can just go back and get other endings. It's fine. Oh, that's very Beetlejuice. But did you at least enjoy it? Even though it was possibly the bad ending? Good. Then that's what matters. I'll swap back onto the game now. But welcome in, everybody. I'm assuming you know who I am, and I don't mean that in a, of course you know who I am. I just mean like me and Maxwell tend to have the same peeps. That was painful. So, yeah. Panda Pop, moron, welcome. Yeah, we do. Probably going to start it again at some point. Cool. You can do New Game Plus and stuff on it, can't you? Because I know I think it was Yosti. I'm pretty sure it was Yosti. Did a New Game Plus because you can get a chainsaw. Right, we've got the tower. How are you? I am good, thank you. How are you? I feel like I'm going to be in a little bit more pain this evening, which is great. But that's what happens when you sit in a chair and you have spinal damage. But you guys are worth the pain, so it's okay. But how are you? And how is my favourite Essex lady? He went the other way.
Someone's sneaking about.
Well, you're just swinging your sword at nobody. And now we've got him. That was kind of fucking cool, though. Oh, no, not you guys. Panda. Boom, bitch. I hope you don't get into too much pain. I'm not bad, and as for the better half, she's pretty unwell at night. Oh no! I hope she feels better soon. That is unacceptable. Poor love. I'll be fine. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Bang, bitch. I feel like the beheading was overkill. Hey Shadow, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. Hello. Want to be my friend?
I don't need help.
Fine. That was very rude of them. I'm hoping so too. She's back and forth at the minute and I feel bad. Oh, bless her. I do hope she feels better soon though. We can't be having that unluck. Grublik the Flogger. Lovely. And I just want to check something quick. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I am. Whew. For a second I thought I didn't follow Shadow. I was gonna be like, excuse me? Unacceptable conditions. It's fine. I do. We're good. Right. Where am I going? Behind. I knew that. I was testing you. You passed. Well done.
Look to this.
That was a very girly shriek. Zogdouche, the Infernal. His motive, waiting for Uruk to slip up and give him an excuse to fight. Fair. His head's on fire. Ooh, we need that green thing. We need that green thing. Honest, I'll stop fucking about and about. That's a lie. I won't. I'll try and fuck about less. Hopefully. Let's go. Let's go make some new friends.
He's dead!
He is? I know. I fucking stabbed him. Just realised my background here is a visual representation of how we look in the morning. Ooh, who have you got? Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a quick peek. Who have you got? Who have you got? Who have you got? Oh! You look like the Wraith first thing in the morning. There are commands to go with those. Hang on, I will get them for you. Have I gave you a shouty, by the way? I don't think I... Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. How dare I?
Why am I looking at myself? You're a dick.
What's he looking down himself?
Oh my god!
Has anyone got a capture card to capture that?
Someone
picture?
clip it. Literally, click on my series.
Yeah.
Clip it.
Clip it and send it to me.
I do have to. If I know anyone that streams, I like to give them a shouty. I feel I've done this before, but I'm going to double check. I didn't think Shadow had any clips. If I have forgotten anyone and they would like a shouty, by all means, let me know. But I do like to try and give everyone a shouty that I know that streams that comes in, because that's how we grow. And stuff. So yeah, sorry. That link there, for the stream avatars, that'll give you commands so you can do like... Oh, I think, if I fucking spell properly. Don't quote me on this one. Does that change your character? It does! Ta-da! I know it says that there's an option there for, like, you know, have a list of the characters that are available. I don't have that yet. I don't know how to do that. I am going to look into it if I remember. I'll try really hard to remember. Because then I think you can request a specific character for you. Rolls, dodge. Well done. You escaped the bombs. But yeah, you can attack each other, you can hug each other, you can throw each other and stuff. Mad. Have I got intel? No. Have now. Sit. Right. Can't do that one, can't do this one. La 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 la. Discover what Queen Marwen knows of the power of the Wraith. Okay. We will either successfully do this or fecking die. Oh, back to the zombie.
Oh. Thank you.
No bother.
I found the mithril hammer. Can your flames show me why my soul was denied death?
That's how I feel first thing in the morning. Minus the demon eyes.
You.
I think.
You are the victim of a blood sacrifice.
Can the curse be broken?
Destroy the Black Hand and his followers and claim Mordor.
Yeah. I don't tend to look at myself first thing in the morning just in case I get a shock.
You don't need them.
Hey, not a problem. That's what they're there for.
Willing or otherwise.
I'll find a way to make a list so you can see what characters are available. And if there's specific characters you would like, I can look and see if they are available.
Nearby, but what you seek may not be there for much longer.
Rude awakening. Yep, it would be a scary awakening. Like Ginger Gollum. And I've got the Irish hair. So like you see how it's starting to curve round a little bit here. It's like proper. There's the odd little ringlet here and then waves all over there and, you know, drag through a hedge backwards kind of shit. Ooh! Make haste to the seafront but avoid detection. Fucking bet. I feel like I'm about to be detected. Why? That was unnecessary.
You should have drunk less grog and watched where you was going.
Oh, for the love of God, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Well, I failed this. We'll do it again, it's fine.
Glad to see the back of our captain. He was a useless schrock.
Really? Really? We're gonna get stuck on a fucking tree? Really? Retry. And pay attention.
Marwen's decree was speed. The future must be met.
Well, that's cutting out valuable time. Oh, right there. Did it work? Did it mass attack everybody?
It is not there.
From what I can see, your Wraith character is not moving. I think you may need to unsit.
I will save them nonetheless.
Don't be blinded by your emotions.
Get up.
The Queen told us our answers to building an Orc army lie within this
There you
fortress.
go.
If we brand those archers, we can
Fixed
build
it.
our army and save these men at the same time.
When you drain enemies, you'll now apply a brand, causing them to become your follower. Oh! Handy. So I need to brand the archers. I'll try.
Should I show their insides the light of day? Kill me! But
Your will is mine.
it is yours, master. Must have imagined. Gondorians are invaders. Men are scourged.
Dun, dun,
These
dun,
bears
dun,
take
dun.
our lands, but no more. Now we take them back, and we take their lives as well. I'm ready for death.
Oh, I'm not going to do it in under 3 minutes. Not a chance.
The neck? The head? The gut? How shall we make them?
You are made to be cowed by terror.
Hail Mordor, Queen of the Shore! Avenge us!
Can I, like, stealth brand? Risky, but I'll try it.
Here to slaughter us! Not today! The time of man is over!
Gaze into the light of my eye.
So I've just branded him and then flung him off the fucking ceiling. Not ceiling. Roof thing.
Mine is the sight that will pierce your mortal will.
I just fucking flung him.
Let your hand be guided by silver.
You want to see how much they bleed? You've come to the right place!
Okay, there's 6. Where's the other one? So there's one over there. One down there. I'll probably want to do the one over there first. Can I get past you, please? Thanks. So kind.
Should I show their insides the light of day?
I didn't think that was going to
Witness
work.
the flame and be led to your redemption.
Yay me.
Gondorians are invaders.
I did not think I would do that in the 3 minutes.
Villains take our lands, but no more.
Uh-oh.
Now we take them back, and we take their lives as well.
You shall abide.
Okay, this is cool. Don't duck. I have terrible aim. Have I just killed my archer? For fuck's sake. How long do they stay mine? I think we're about to find out, really.
The Lady of the Shore send you to our aid.
The Queen warned us to wait until the end of the battle. Then you all spotted us.
I told you, the visions always come to pass.
Yes, but I told you not to.
Do you have something for me?
Queen Marwyn
Rolling that one. I wonder why. Maybe it's just because of that character. Try random, so it'll like change the character you've got. And then see if it'll work that way. Or do you not have to put someone at the end of it? So like sling, whatever. Jump, I don't know actually. Go Brimble. Nailed it. Oh. Good luck. That one. not Galadriel.
Take him to Mordor.
Need to change dance. Oh god. Fabulous.
You're in my sights!
That'll do. Fucking bastard. Oh, right, I fucking hate them things. Come here, you little fucker.
Watch out! He's
Hello.
grabbing for you! Bloody unstoppable!
Damn right I am. Can we chop through someone, please? That would be great. I will do a panda pop. Panda pop. That's all I wanted. Panda pop. Fuck yeah. That was kind of cool. That was meant to be a hair flick, but I didn't want to tap my headphones.
It is one thing to kill these Uruk, it is another to make them our followers.
Right.
It is a gift. We can use the weapon of the enemy against him.
Yeah. Do we have... Right, we've got a tower there. Okay. I think it's pretty much raid time because I'm starting to kind of seize a bit. So, we are paused here. Hi. Oh my goodness. That is some funky dance moves you got there. Just put something on in the background. So yours aren't completely like just me. Okay, so we're gonna do a raid. Who are we going to go and see? Let's have a look who's available. Do, 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 do. I used to be a dance teacher 20 years ago. Really? That's cool. Any specific, like, dance, or was it just broad spectrum? So you did, like, you know, ballroom, tap, blah, 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 blah. Was there a specific style? Is that the right word? Swing. Oh, that would have been so cool. That would have been so cool. Okay, let's have a look. If anyone has anyone that they would like us to raid, by all means, let me know. Have we got anything similar from our friends? We've got Dragon Age, the Veil Guard available. Ballroom Basics. Ooh. That would have been cool. I love watching people do swing dance. Let's have a look. We have Monster Hunter World. So, Dragon Age, Monster Hunter World. That's just out of the people that I've got in my no list. If anyone, like I say, if anyone has anyone that they can think of, by all means, let me know. Back when I was athletic. I mean, you're on the channel for people of back when they were athletic. God. The spinal injury here. There's a bunch of us with bad backs. I was so addicted to Monster Hunter. Well, same. I think I've still got my Iceborne character. And I'm pretty sure they are like... I know I'm quite high on the master rank. I can't remember. Basically, I've completed both of them. And, I farmed the shit out of that thing. I am looking forward to Monster Hunter Wilds. I was going to try the beta, but I haven't bought the pre-release, so I can't try the beta. Also, I have no one. Do we have a preference between Veilguard? Is it Veilguard? Yes. Dragon Age the Veilguard or the Monster Hunter World? Do we have a preference on which one we would like to see? The Monster Hunter World is with 4 different players. I'm leaning towards Monster Hunter, I'm not gonna lie. Should we go Monster Hunter? Let's go Monster Hunter. Do it. Never played it. Would love to watch. Well, we're gonna go then.
Because me no stupid, me no dumb? Question mark?
Question mark? Okay, so we will start the raid. I'll get the raid messages up. As always, thank you so much for being here with me this evening. I will be back tomorrow. I won't be on this game tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to be on though. And we will be preparing for the 12-hour on Sunday. So far, it looks like it's going to be God of War that wins that game. I spelled that wrong. We do have a vote available on Discord. There's the link if you'd like to join and have your say on what game we're going to play on on Sunday. But so far, it looks like it is going to be God of War Ragnarok. To celebrate getting to 200 followers, which I never thought I'd say, and I'm super stoked about. Can't believe I just said stoked. But yes, anyway, thank you very much for the raids. Thank you for the follows, the resub. I appreciate you all very, very much. I hope you have had a wonderful Friday and that you continue to have a wonderful Friday and an awesome weekend. If I do see you tomorrow, that'll be awesome. If I don't, I will see you next time. As always, thank you very, very much. I appreciate you greatly.